Hey, this is Tom Hazard from Ellison, and you're watching CMS TV.
All right. So anyway, you spoke with Mitch Perry this week.
I did. And, one of the topics that came up, just because I had a little time with him, was his time in the Bobby Blotzer's Rat.
Which was very brief, actually.
Very brief.
How many shows did he play with Bobby?
Not a lot. I mean, maybe 10? I don't know.
I don't even know if there's that many, to be honest with you.
Because he was like the replacement to the replacement, wasn't he?
Yeah. So I think that maybe he played 2 or 3 shows at the most.
Wasn't a ton. I do know that. But he was in that mix. So I asked him about it. And yeah, though he really didn't have a lot of love for Bobby Blotzer's Rat.
Well, I like the fact that you actually brought it up.
Oh, why? Why wouldn't I?
No, I wouldn't. I'm not saying you wouldn't, but I just love the fact that you actually made it a part of the interview.
Of course. Dude, got to do something to get on Blabbermouth.
Of course. All right. Well, anyway, Mitch Perry apparently was not a fan of being part of Bobby Blotzer's lineup of quote-unquote Rat.
Oh. Wait till you hear it. He literally says, I didn't even tell anybody I was in the band.
Of course not. I mean, it's not really a band, is it?
Well, he'll address that.
All right. Well, here we go.
Talk a little bit about the Rat experience, because it just seemed like it was so much turmoil and almost to the point that what you guys were doing on stage almost got lost in the mix.
Yeah, well, this is a funky question. I mean, Bobby, I've known all those guys since before they were Rat.
I like the fact that he said this is a funky question.
He's already like, oh, no.
Yeah.
I was hoping nobody knew. Okay.
I mean, we go way, way back, and that's everybody in that band. When Bobby called me and asked me to do that, he offered me decent money. I knew all the stuff that was going on between all the guys. Mm-hmm. And I said I would do the gig, but I also kind of kept it at arm's length because, for my mind, even though I was out there playing Rat songs and it was Blotzer, it's not Rat.
Right.
Whatever anyone wants to call it. I mean, it's so because of all the peripheral bullshit, it wasn't as an enjoyable an experience as it could have been. The other guys in the band, Brad and Josh and Stacy, were all great guys. So on that end, it was fun to play those songs with those guys. But I kind of stayed out of being. I did never post, "Hey, I'm playing with Rat here." I showed up at the gigs and played them and went home and tried to stay out of the
the insanity.
Yeah. I had a much meaner word for it, but it was just, it was a short period of time, and it was fun to play those songs. I got to tell you, I always loved Warren's playing.
Sure.
Once I had to learn his stuff, I hated it.
That's saying a lot.
I hated it.
Yeah, I learned Warren's stuff and I hated it. You know who I would love to see the reaction from?
Warren?
No, our friend John.
John who?
John Levin.
Oh yeah. He would never. Never come on here and do that.
But he loves Warren DeMartini, and and again, I'm a fan of Rat. I love Rat.
Mm-hmm.
And Warren, along with Robin Crosby,
mm-hmm.
were a team.
Yeah.
And to hear him say that I listened to the Warren stuff and learned it and I hated it. That's funny.
It is funny.
All right. But at least he was honest. And that's what I like about the interviews that we do, is that somehow, some way, whether it's you or myself, we get people to say stuff that they would never say on anybody else's radio show or podcast.
They get comfortable. That's what it
They
is.
do. That's the whole thing. It's just like, yeah, I can kind of let loose and really speak my mind here. And it's just like, yeah, I hated Warren DeMartini's part in Rat.
Yeah.
All right.
Hear that on other interviews, I'm quite sure.
All right. Here we go.
Hey, why did you hate it? Because it was difficult to play, or because
It was so good. He's got a really, really incredible, unique way of phrasing. And so you really, there's certain gigs. Okay, like when I play with Sweet, I love it because I don't even have to think twice about what I do with the band.
Yeah, because their guitarist is not like one of the top of the food chain that you remember. You go, yeah, isn't that the guy from Sweet? It's like there is nothing like that stench wafting off of a girl who's been just imbibing with Coronas and smoking all night. So it's like, man, you reek.
But see, that's why you just got to drink more than they do, so that you do. So it's not a big deal.
And that's the funny thing. Back then, I didn't even drink at all.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So you probably dumped her quick.
Oh yeah.
Either that, or you walked around with a toothbrush in your pocket.
Exactly.
Here, honey, I'm gonna make out with you. Take care of this.
I don't know, man. What it is with these chicks who smoke and drink? It's just like, oof, boy.
Yeah.
That's a tough proposition for me.
No, I was always the one that drank the most, so I'm gonna be honest. I never noticed.
Of course you didn't.
Notice at all, dude. Even a couple of years ago, this will tell you how crazy I get to be sometimes. Remember, I told you about that time that our friend Annette just grabbed me at the
at the football game.
Oh, at the Piercy show.
Oh, that's right. Her then boyfriend, now husband, was with her.
Her fiance was horrified.
Yeah.
She just walked up to me and fucking stuck her tongue in my mouth, and I just was like, "Whoa, all right, cool." And literally, I wasn't freaked out about it. I didn't care because I was a little bit looped up, and I just looked at her and said, "Well, are you gonna buy me a drink now?" Joking, and then she went and bought me a drink, so it was all good.
Ugh. Yeah.
I don't give a shit. I'm a whore. I know it.
Well, that just takes me back to the club days, when I was living in California.
Right.
And it seemed like pretty much the norm for any, girl I encountered.
Right.
At the club was every one of them smoked and every one of them drank. And it was just like, ugh. Yeah, this is a big turnoff.
Right.
I think that was aside from the AIDS scare. I think that's another reason why I never became a promiscuous person and just took one of them home, because it was just like, yeah, I don't want to deal with that.
Please, I treated the AIDS scare like the coronavirus. Just plain ignored it.
I know you did, but it was just such a turnoff.
It was like, whatever. Again, I was 20 years old. I say the same shit I would say now. If I get that AIDS, that's just going to have to kill me. Because I'm diving into that pussy.
Yeah, of course.
Did not care. I remember that big scare happened like 85, 86, 87. Like 86, 87 is when it really got.
Well, that's when they really understood what it was.
And I remember I was in Korea, and my mom, I had called home, and my mom knew that I was a Bon Jovi fan at the time, and she had heard some bullshit that Bon Jovi had AIDS, and so she had told me this, and I remember telling her specifically on the phone, I was like, well, it's not going to stop me from listening to Bon Jovi. and it didn't. And it didn't then. And now that he's proven to be gay, I still listen to him every once in a while.
He's proven to be gay?
Oh, I mean, you've seen him and heard him. He's proven it to me.
Well, he's proven that he does stuff that I don't necessarily enjoy, but I don't know that of his sexual preference.
Well, again, that's my interpretation of him.
Oh, okay.
It's not the legal interpretation. That's right. My interpretation of him.
Sure.
way, update. A sad update, actually. Holly got married.
Really?
But the sex is still good, she claims.
She claims.
She claims.
She hasn't had any of the Neelys, so she wouldn't even know what good sex is.
Well, of course the sex is still good now. He's still excited about banging her.
But he probably was banging her prior to their being married.
Yeah, I'm sure. But, I mean, you know, give it 3-4 years. When he's got to look at you fucking vacuuming the rug and then he has to fuck you. And all he can think of is, you sound like that fucking bag full of dirt. You're just a complaining cunt.
You sound like that bag full of dirt?
Yeah, just a rustling mess of a human being.
What does a bag full of dirt sound like?
You never shuffled a bag? Like you take a bag off of a fucking vacuum and shake it up a little bit to pat the shit down so it doesn't spread out all over the place? It has that sound, that fucking dirt, dust, and grime in the bag.
So, Holly, you sound like a bag full of dirt.
Not yet.
Not yet.
But he'll get so sick of her that every menial thing that she does will make him fucking unattracted to her.
Holy cow.
That's what happens in fucking...
If this is someone you claim that is your friend?
Yes. But you know as well as I do, dude. Once you've been with a chick for a while, every little thing they do annoys you.
Yeah, but again, I have not made personal friendships with Holly. I mean, I think she's a very attractive.
She's smoking hot.
Yeah, she's a very attractive girl, but at this point in my perfect world, Holly is not an annoying bag of dirt.
I'm telling you, if I was married to Holly 5 years from now, she'd be fucking rustling plates together, and I'd be like, just stay away from me. Just get away, you unattractive whore.
Wow.
You just smell like palm olive, and you fucking sound like clinking fucking plates.
Well, Holly, you can move into the Neely camp when you get tired of Chris's harassment.
First of all, she could move in there twice because she's twice the age of anybody that you would date.
Nice. Atlanta Mayor, I am at a loss by governor's decision to reopen on 3:09 p.m. The Reverend Jamal Bryant, senior pastor at the New Birth Missionary Baptist Church in Lithonia, Georgia, went further. In a Facebook post.
Oh, good. Thank God.
Thank God for social media.
No kidding. No way we can all see it.
Yeah, he said it was no coincidence that the decision to reopen some state businesses came soon after many blacks received the federal stimulus checks. No white people got that check, only the black people.
Guess not. And what, the blacks can't be trusted to be responsible with that $1,200?
No, absolutely not. No, they're basically saying they got the checks, they need a place to spend it. Hurry up and open up because they'll spend foolishly.
And they'll die in the process.
Basically, the premise. Yes.
We put the cheese in the trap, and now they're going to go run their heads locked open. That's really what she's saying.
That is a perfect analogy. Here's the cheese. Here's the trap. Open up the business. You got cash in your pocket. Now go spend wildly and die.
Hey, I got my $1,200. Let's go.
Jesus Christ.
Hey, here comes another one.
I hear those rat traps clicking off, as our good friend Stephen Pierce would say.
Hey, Jamal, you got money? Come on over here and buy a TV.
We're open for business.
Come on over here, Marcus. Gotcha.
They understand diabolically. Like this is some kind of a plan. Like there's a way to get the blacks. Hurry up and get them their stimulus checks. Open up the businesses and kill them off as they come in to spend.
It's like it's a Dr. Evil plan or something.
Oh
Jesus
my
Christ.
God, who thinks like this?
Hey guys, great to see you tonight on the YouTube feed and Skype, and welcome everybody that's listening and watching. It's great to be back on the show with you again. You guys are always so good to me. I'm getting so much shit from everybody else who says it's the 3,658th time I've been on the Classic Metal Show, but who's counting? And for those of you that are actually watching on the YouTube feed or Skype or however you're watching, welcome to the Ron Keel Classic Metal Show guitar online auction. I've got a lot of great instruments for you tonight. We're going to sell some guitars. We're going to talk about some rock and roll and hang with Wendell and Chris Aiken this evening. I see Chris has got a natural light. I think I will go ahead and crack open. And this is the first I broke open the new Ron Keel South by South Dakota shot glass. I'll be sending you guys a couple of these in the mail, but cheers. Here's to you. I can't drink all day long when I do the CMS, but now it's time. We're going to go ahead and toast the Classic Metal Show. I love you guys.
Talking metal toast, yeah.
Right on.
And before I go, shout out to the Classic Metal Show. I did an interview on there yesterday. Dudes are intelligent, awesome, prepared, funny. Please check them out. Classic Metal Show. I am Jericho Green. Man, I'm out.